What's cracking, y'all? It's your boy Addict85, and in this video, we're gonna talk about the most recent Undisputed update that just dropped a few hours ago. Let's get into it. So I got up this morning, hopped on the computer, and to my surprise, there was a new Undisputed update, a new patch released. And it was a big one, man. In fact, they actually called it the Big Daddy patch. And I feel like that's a double entendre because they did add Rick Bowe, whose nickname is Big Daddy. But other than that, I feel like this is the patch that we have all been waiting for. Now, they've done some patches recently, some updates recently that introduce new fighters, new venues and stuff like that. But as far as a big major patch with heavy gameplay mechanic updates and new additions and stuff like that, it's been a minute. And this one really, I feel like it packs a punch. It's probably the biggest update in some months, if not ever, as far as Undisputed goes. And I'm really excited about this one. The community should be excited about this one because it's really introducing some things that we have been asking for, we have been waiting for. Not gonna waste your time. Let's go ahead and get into it and let's talk about it. All right, y'all, so here we go. We are now on the official Steam page of Undisputed. You can check it out yourself so you can read all the patch notes yourself, because if we scroll all the way down, it's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to get into all this, but I am going to hit on some of the major things. So with this update comes 3 new fighters. You can see them right there. The big one to me is Rick Bowe, who, you know, this patch is named after, which I alluded to earlier. But we got Rick Bowe, we got a couple other people who I do not know. I'm not familiar with them other gentlemen, but sure they're gonna be great additions to the roster. We got 2 new venues. It's always good to have new venues. Good to see change of scenery when we're playing online and stuff like that. So new venues, we'll check that out in some of the gameplay as people start releasing videos and stuff like that. But the big stuff, gameplay changes. Here we go. They implemented a new movement mechanic to help players close the gap and make inside fighting a more viable option. So we got the diagonal, dodge, lunge, whatever you want to call it, but they added that to the game. This is something that they alluded to during one of the recent roundtable discussions. They gave us a sneak preview into it with some gameplay that they put in the background of the audio of the roundtable, and it looked good with the footage that they showed, but now we'll be able to get in and really just see how it works ourselves. We get to play around with it, see how it works in conjunction with some of the other mechanics. Is it smooth? Is it not smooth? Is it clunky? Is it effective? We're gonna check it out, we're gonna see, but it is good to have this new option. I can't wait to see some of the gameplay adjustments that all the players make. I can't wait to see the gameplay adjustments that I myself make. I'm just glad to have more tools in the toolbox. But as you can see here, it's gonna be triggered by holding the right bumper, which is also the power modifier. So you hold that power modifier button, the right bumper, and you flick up or down on your left analog stick to activate either the forward right or the forward left dodge. So it's good to give people more options, more inside fighting, a better ability to close the gap and get in there and do some damage. They also added switch stancing to online play, so that's good. That was something that we were already able to do on offline, but they finally made it playable and usable during online play. They actually also improved the animation to it, so that's good. We'll see how that goes. They adjusted boxers' weave blocking to be smooth, and that's interesting because I always did think that looked a little jarring to me. It felt too, I don't know, snappy and robotic a little bit, so it'd be good to check that out and see how smooth it looks now. They expanded the trait system to include 3 separate levels for each trait. So I'm guessing that's gonna be, I don't know, let's say somebody has punches and bunches. I guess it's gonna be level 1 through 3 punches and bunches, and with each level, that attribute, that trait will improve a little bit with each level. We're gonna see exactly what that looks like for each fighter, but good that they're adding some, I guess some options as far as that goes. Stamina. So we've all been talking about stamina and damage, and they addressed both those things in this patch. So the maximum stamina drain for base punches increased by 10%. That's what's up. Stamina can no longer drop below 30%. That one right there is interesting. I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure why they would allow that. So basically, once we get to 30% of our overall stamina, can't go below that. So we can just, at that point, we can just throw punches and not worry about further impacting our stamina. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see how that plays out during actual gameplay. But okay, maybe it's one of those things that right now it may not make sense on paper. It may not make sense, but in the long run, maybe it will. I'm trusting that they know what they're doing, so we'll see about that. So damage, swelling resistance has been adjusted so that more damage can take place as far as swelling. So that's what's up. Cut resistance, that has also been adjusted. So we're going to see more cuts apparently. And they increase the damage done at lower stamina values to make fights more engaging. So I'm guessing right there is, let's say for instance, previously when you get your stamina down to 30%, I guess your punches weren't as impactful, weren't as powerful, but now when your stamina goes down to 30%, I'm assuming that decreasing your punches is not as drastic as it used to be. Again, we're gonna have to see how it all plays out, but interesting stuff here. They increased swelling chance by 10%. That's what's up. We got some other stuff involving damage. The maximum damage a single punch can do has been significantly increased. That's what's up. Yeah, they done some stuff with, it's looking good on paper. A lot of this stuff is looking good on paper. Power punch damage, increased for hooks and uppercuts. That's gonna be interesting, especially somebody, a fighter like me, I rely heavily on my jab and my straight. I don't throw a lot of hooks. I don't throw a lot of uppercuts, I should say. I do throw some hooks, but I rely heavily on my jab and straight. So I'm guessing if they increase the damage for hooks and uppercuts, I'm gonna have to implement more hooks into my game plan, because I don't want my opponent to be throwing hooks and uppercuts and they be inflicting a lot more damage to me than I am to them. So that's probably gonna have to be an adjustment, but should be a good look. They've added instant replay, but only to offline gameplay for now. I'm guessing they're gonna see what the reception is for offline instant replays, and hopefully eventually they can add that to online gameplay as well. We got some other stuff with sweat visuals. They adjusted the sweatiness for all boxers. They did some stuff with AI and a lot of fighter changes. Not going to get into all this stuff again. You can go and check this out. So there we have it, y'all, in a nutshell. That's the patch. No gameplay or anything like that from me just yet. I just wanted to quickly get in here and just talk about the update. And on paper, it all looks good. We're gonna have to see for ourselves once we play. Now, so far I've only had one online game, one online fight since the update. It was in the heavyweight division. I had Joe Lewis. My opponent had, I've forgotten who my opponent had Usyk. And I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't really tell a major difference in the stuff yet, but one fight is not a good enough sample size. But I'm gonna say I didn't see a lot of cuts. I didn't see a lot of swelling and stuff like that. The damage didn't seem like it, it didn't seem any different. But again, it was just one fight. That's not a good enough sample size. I'm gonna have to get many fights in, and I'm gonna really get some feedback and see if this was a good patch or not. Again, on paper, looks good. Sounds like they're heading in the right direction. I'm gonna try out that diagonal dodge, see how that feels now. In my one fight, that did feel pretty good. It did feel good, I'm gonna be honest. But again, it was one fight. I keep saying it's one fight, but it was just one fight. In the long run, we're gonna have to see how this all connects, all plays together. And I got faith in Steel City. I got faith in the team. I think they're doing good stuff. We just got to be patient, y'all. I know we want updates, we want changes, we want this, we want that, we want career mode. All that stuff is gonna come. We just got to be patient, one step at a time. They got their hands full over there. They're a smaller team, but they're getting it together, and this is gonna be a good ride. But anyway, that is all I got for this one. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, peace.